Hey, home savvy friends. It's your girl, Sharice Holder, your home and life design strategist, here helping you create your environment for greatness. That is our mission, creating environments for greatness. And I'm so excited because it is springtime. Oh, I love the spring. I enjoy summer as well, but the spring, particularly as we're getting back into the warmer weather, I am excited to bring to you the topic of color. Color is so important, especially now as we're getting into spring. You know, some people love a lot of color, some people a little, some people prefer neutrals. Either way, talking about color is very important because even if you just like neutrals, it's still a color and you still have to have a plan, a strategy when you are pulling your spaces together. So whether you are refreshing a space that you already have, or you're starting from ground zero with an empty room, either way, you need to think about the color for your space because color is very subjective. It definitely affects the mood of the space. It affects your mood. And so it's so important to have order and strategy to the process. Now, it doesn't have to be super complicated. That is not necessary. We want to keep it simple. And I want to cover color. That is one of the topics in my book called Interior Joy. And it really highlights the importance of having a strategy, because if you design a space and you haven't given any thought to the color scheme in the space, it is not going to look or perform at the maximum that you deserve to have. So listen, when you are coming up with a color scheme for your space, you want to start with at least 3 colors. So even if you have a space that's already together, but you want to freshen it up, take a look at the space, find out what the dominant colors are, and make sure that whatever accent color you're bringing into the space is going to complement the space. You have to also consider your floors and your ceiling. If you've already have the space, you already have items in the space, you probably already have paint, or maybe if the walls are still white because you're afraid of paint, we're going to have to talk about that. If you are a color person and you have no paint on your walls, we got to have a conversation. It's okay though. I can hold your hand. I'll help you through the process. It doesn't have to be complicated. Color should be a lot of fun. So listen, start with at least 3 colors. Now, a color scheme for a space can be more than 3 colors, but you want to at least start with 3 colors so that the room doesn't fall flat and it's not boring, okay? So I tend to be a very neutral palette kind of person, as you can see here with my white shirt, but I also love pops of color. And my pop of color, one of my favorites, is what might be considered like a burnt orange or a cinnamon, a very earthy orange. That's my favorite. I actually have that color on my front door in my home, on the outside of the door and on the inside of the door as a pop of color in my home. It introduces that color and it flows nicely throughout my space. So for your color scheme, number 1, make sure you have a strategy. That's first. Make sure you have a strategy. And then number 2, you want to make sure you have a plan. And number 3, you want to make sure that the color flows nicely throughout the space. So if let's take that burnt orange, that cinnamon, that terracotta, whatever your color is, pink, red, whatever it might be, bringing it in small doses is great. Now, if you are a pure colorist and you need saturated colors on your walls, like a royal blue or a deep earthy green, I love to see it. I love it when I see color being used so purposefully and intentionally with a strategy. I just love seeing it. I love it. It's your home. It's your home. And that's what makes your home beautiful. We want to come and see you in your home. I don't want to see somebody else in your home. We want to experience you. So if you like color and you want to put it on your walls, do it, but have a strategy. So have a strategy, have a plan, have at least 3 colors, and then you want to make sure that the color flows nicely throughout the space. And so because you want it to flow nicely, what that means is where it's located in the space is important. That's why the strategy is necessary. Because if you decide to decorate your space, you go and you purchase all your furniture, your rug is in, your paint, you have your furniture, and now you're trying to give a little pop of color and you just place it anywhere, it's not going to have the presence that you're looking for. Trust me, it's not. So you want to have the strategy and think about a triangle as far as where you're going to place that color. So let's say we have a neutral color scheme. Maybe we have a little grayish, which is sort of like a gray beige. Maybe we have some accents of white, a little bit of black, but then you want to pop it with that cinnamon color. So maybe you'll have it on the wall in an art piece, and then across the room, maybe you'll have a book with that color in it. And then in a diagonal on another area of the room, maybe you'll have either some fresh flowers or silk flowers. I know you either love it or hate it when it comes to flowers. I'm a silk flower kind of gal, and I will admit it. I love fresh flowers. Absolutely love them. But plants, I'm just not the best. So maybe you can relate. So I love silk flowers. As long as the arrangement is pretty, it's nice, and it has an elevated look to it. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but it at least should have a look that is elevated from, the sort of the cheap little plastic flowers. You want to elevate the look, which can be done. So I like silk flowers and silk plants because I just can't keep them alive. But I have an orchid. Oh, I'm so off track. I have an orchid that I absolutely love. Oh, and it came back. I've had it for 3 years. I'm so excited. It's the second year it has come back. I'm excited about my little orchid. So I keep it right in that spot. Clearly it likes that spot. All right. So we said strategy and planning. We said we want at least 3 colors. We said we want it to flow evenly, right, throughout the space. Most importantly, it needs to be a color that you absolutely love. If you have no idea what color, go take a look at your closet. Take a look at your jewelry. If you'll notice on my little board back here, my little design board, I just hung a few things up there. It wasn't for a client or anything, but I have some jewelry hanging on there because the color of the jewelry that you enjoy wearing is a color that you enjoy, and you will enjoy it in your home. So pay attention to what's going on in your closet, and you can bring those colors into your space. So I didn't want this to be a long video. I wanted to be some quick tips. Bring color into your space. Fun ways to do it would be, of course, in your pillows, accessories that might be sitting on your coffee table or on your console, pieces of artwork, and you don't even have to pay a lot of money. I'm frugal. I'm a proud frugal person, and I love beautiful items that look expensive, but I also love the thrill of not paying full retail. So bring the color into your space, and if you like neutrals and you're not too crazy about the reds and the royal blues and greens and things of that nature, make sure you have a lot of texture in your space. So we can talk more about the texture a little bit later, but bring the color in. It's springtime, and if you can't handle the real flowers, bring in some silks and make them look real, and you can use them as part of your color scheme. Bring in books to bring in a candle. You can bring in a candle in the color that you love and use that to allow it to flow around your space. So listen, enjoy your space. It's your space. Bring in the colors that you want. Utilize the strategies that we have for you here on this channel. Please like this video if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe. We work really hard to bring you videos. I'm ready to get back in the trenches. We had a very strong Christmas season, so we did put a few videos in here for Christmas, and I promise I'll get better with my videos. I'm trying. I'm praying for my team so I can have time to do more things. Take a look at the video on our why, who we are, whose transformation? Why do we do what we do? Take a look at that video to get a little insight about who we are. So thank you. Welcome to the channel, because I know you're going to subscribe, right? You're going to subscribe. I'd love to have you. All right. So have a blessed day and enjoy your space of greatness. See you soon.